Do you guys remember the very first time you ever played Super Mario 64? Do you remember when Mario's face popped up and he spoke and you'd never heard his voice before? Do you remember seeing Peach show up as she read the letter that she wrote to Mario inviting him to the castle? Or how about the first time the screen pans down revealing Lakitu as the cameraman as it shows us the very first glimpse of the beautiful three-dimensional castle and its grounds? The moat looks incredible. The bridge is so iconic, and just then, out of the ground arrives a green warp pipe, and who should jump out aside from the greatest hero of all heroes? It's Mario. And thus begins one of the greatest adventures of all time. It doesn't take you long to master Mario's incredible, iconic triple jump. Then you take a little break to really soak in what you're seeing before you enter the incredible 3D castle for the very first time. Once you get inside, all you really want to do is explore, but you need to get some stars to really go anywhere. This castle, the very first time you play this game, seems almost endless. It is unbelievable how big it truly is. And it only continues to get bigger and bigger as you discover new areas, including places like the castle courtyard, which is filled with familiar ghosts with a fiendish laugh. The castle basement is a labyrinth all its own. It's filled with tight corridors, turns that don't seem to make any sense, little rooms that take you to all sorts of places, alternative routes, and new levels. It is so easy to actually get lost in this basement when you're just a kid and you haven't played the game much before. I hate to admit the number of hours that I spent lost in the castle basement when I was a child, or even quite a bit when I was an adult. Of course, some things change as you move through the game. There are a handful of small differences that happen outside on the castle grounds. For example, the moat eventually ends up drained, and you're able to just walk through it. You can go into a door that actually leads you back into the basement. There's even a cannon on the castle grounds that doesn't seem to make any sense, and you can't access it. And if you don't know what it's for, you come back, you check on that thing regularly. I know I did. Almost every time I played, I was like, oh, is that thing open yet? Well, there's even more to explore because there's an upstairs to the castle, which has a lot more levels in it. And then on top of that, the upstairs has an upstairs, which has even more levels. Of course, the charm of this game doesn't end with the overworld. There's so much more to see, and there's so much more to do, and we made so many more memories playing through the rest of this game. Now, I recently did a 100% run of this game on my live stream. So of course, we're going to do more videos where we talk about the enemies, we talk about the levels, we talk about all the memories that we made while we played through it. Not only do I play Super Mario 64, I play all sorts of old games. In fact, all I do is I play old games and I dig up those memories and then I talk about them. So if you're interested in videos like this, or things like the live stream playthroughs of the videos and just being in the chat and remembering the good times and reminiscing together, then you should consider subscribing to the channel. And if you need more convincing, maybe check out this video here, which is no doubt about another old game that we grew up loving and playing.